name is Amy Ozelman. I'm a librarian in Round Rock ISD. Today I'm going to be reading a story called Wilfrid, Gordon, McDonald, Partridge, written by Mim Fox and illustrated by Julie Vivas. I'll be reading this today with permission from Scholastic. This recording will be available until June 30th of 2020. This is a story about kindness and about a special friendship. Wilfrid, Gordon, McDonald, Partridge. There once was a small boy named Wilfrid, Gordon, McDonald, Partridge. And what's more, he wasn't very old either. His house was next door to an old people's home, and he knew all the people who lived there. There was Mrs. Jordan, who played the organ, and Mr. Hodkins, who told very scary stories. He liked to play with Mr. Tippett, who was crazy about cricket, and he ran errands for Miss Mitchell, who walked with a wooden stick. He also admired Mr. Drysdale, who had the voice of a giant. But his favorite person of all was Miss Nancy Allison Delacourt Cooper, because she had 4 names just like he did. He called her Miss Nancy, and he told her all his secrets. One day, Wilfrid Gordon was listening to his mother and father. They were talking about Miss Nancy. "Poor old thing," said his mother. "Why is she a poor old thing?" asked Wilfrid Gordon. "Because she's lost her memory," said his father. "It isn't surprising," said his mother. "After all, she is 96. "What's a memory?" asked Wilfrid Gordon. He was always asking questions. "It's something you remember," said his father. But Wilfrid Gordon wanted to know more, so he called on Miss Jordan, who played the organ. "What's a memory?" he asked. "Something warm, my child, something warm," she said. He called on Mr. Hoking, who told him very scary stories. "What's a memory?" he asked. "Something from long ago, my lad, something from long ago." He called on Mr. Tippett, who was crazy about cricket. "What's a memory?" he asked. "Something that makes you cry, my boy, something that makes you cry." He called on Miss Mitchell, who walked with a wooden stick. "What's a memory?" he asked. "Something that makes you laugh, my darling, something that makes you laugh." And he called on Mr. Drysdale, who had a voice like a giant. "What's a memory?" he asked. "Something as precious as gold, young man, something as precious as gold." So Wilfrid Gordon went home. He began to look for memories for Miss Nancy, because she had lost hers. He looked for the shoebox of shells that he had found long ago last summer, and he put them gently in a basket. He found the puppet on strings, which always made everyone laugh and laugh, and he put that in the basket too. He remembered, with sadness, the medal which his grandfather had given him, and he placed it gently next to the shells. Next, he found his football, which was more precious than gold. And last of all, on the way to Miss Nancy's, he went to the hen house, and he picked up a fresh, warm egg from under a hen. Then Wilfrid Gordon called on Miss Nancy, and he gave her each thing, one by one. "Oh, what a dear strange child, to bring me all these wonderful things," thought Miss Nancy. Then she began to remember. She held that warm egg and told Wilfrid Gordon about the time she found speckled blue eggs under a bird's nest in her aunt's garden. And she put that shell to her ear and remembered going to the beach a long time ago and how it felt so hot in her button-up boots. She touched the metal and talked sadly of a brother that she loved who had gone to war and never returned. She smiled at the puppet on strings and remembered the one she had shown to her sister and how she had laughed and laughed with a mouthful of porridge. Then she bounced the football to Wilfrid Gordon, and she remembered the day she had met him and all the secrets they had told. And the two of them smiled and smiled because Miss Nancy's memory had been found again by a small boy who wasn't even very old. That's the story of Wilfrid Gordon McDonald Partridge. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Now that you have some time at home, make sure you're reading a good book. If you need something new to read, get on your school website, go to the library page, and check out a book on Mac and Via. Or you can think about writing some stories of your own to share. Until next time, stay safe and well.